I think it's 4 times what he could be earning. So if he was working in India, he's earning a quarter of what he's saving here. And yet he's still covering all of his expenses and everything too, plus a flight when he has to go back and all that kind of stuff. So he's like, it's just way better here comparatively. I got a friend who's from India who goes back home and he sends money back home. And, he's like, I have no intention of staying here, but he came here as a student and he was working and then he's, coming back and forth. And he works pretty, basic type of work, even though he's got a good degree and stuff like that, and that he's hoping to further his education and get into that field a little bit more. But right now he's got to work some basic work, and he tells me like what he takes home and how much money that gives him. I think it was like $4,000 a month or something like that he's able to save and bring home because he's living at a place with like a bunch of different dudes, and
like
that's
30 of them.
That's like way more. I think it's 4 times what he could be earning. So if he was working in India, he's earning a quarter of what he's saving here, and yet he's still covering all of his expenses and everything too, plus a flight when he has to go back and all that kind of stuff. So he's like, it's just way better here comparatively. That's why you're getting $700 work in Albania. Like the rest of the world, they're just the living expenses are lower, the currency exchanges are different. And we're lucky that we're so close to the US.
Food
at the end of the day,
prices.
imagine if we weren't next door to the US. Pick up Canada and go and put it into another part of the world. South America, Asia, Europe, Africa.
Put it somewhere hot, TK.
We are the worst country. And we'd have so many economic issues. You know what I mean? We'd be a bunch of friendly people who are just giving away all the money, giving away all the resources. And we would all just be saying, come on, guys, all right, it's your turn now. All right, it's your turn now. And no one would be reciprocating. So we're very lucky that we're next to the US. I mean, US is a powerhouse, and their economy is doing well. And they've had so much success over the years, and that they're still going to be a global power for a long time, no matter what anybody says about Rick or or any of the other attempts.
Well, but
you know what? Coup attempts.
It's one thing to be the #1 power. It's another thing to be the number 3 or 4 power. And what we're attached to right now is a real declining empire that might even get invaded soon. And I wanted to kind of talk about this, like what happens if something does happen on their soil? What happens here in Canada?
Like, if I'm going to invade the States, I'm taking over Canada first.
You're taking over, coming through Canada, right?
Have the whole border on the north.
We're first. Do we get nuked, or are we too?
I don't know. I don't think we're qualified to talk about this, but I guarantee that would be a strategy that somebody's thinking about.
Canada first. It would probably be smart. I mean, we got all the resources. Okay, so we're way off track. TK, I have
we got news.
A request for people right now. I mean, even though it's our last show, more than likely, hit the subscribe button anyways and give us a little boost. We're like really close to 7,000 subs right now, TK.
We hit it quick. We just hit 6,000 in January.
I feel like we just hit 6,000, but we're about to hit 7,000. Our Instagram account is on absolute fire. I don't know what the hell happened.
Real Estate Show. If you're on
Check
Instagram.
out the Clips channel. Hit something. Press another thing after you hit that thing, and tell somebody about it.
A bunch of words.